Hey, what's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley back with you. It is 9 minutes with me here from Rosie's Corner on a Fish Friday. Make sure if you're in and around Central New York, you get on down here for the pizza, the pasta, the hot and cold subs, and the wings and more. But Fish Friday is legendary stuff. You can get the fish sandwich or the entree for lunch or for dinner. Pair it with the coleslaw, the fries, or the mac and cheese. Or I just say get it all here at Rosie's Corner. Available on Grubhub, and make sure you like them on Facebook and follow them on Instagram as well. They've got Pepsi products in the cooler. They've got the special pasta salad, one of my favorites here at Rosie's, as well as other things going on, desserts, etc. They can do sheet pizzas for big orders as well. So make sure you head on over to Rosie's Corner, right off the Bartell Road exit in Brewerton. Super easy to get to from anywhere in Central New York. Gift cards are also available for every occasion. I wanted to spend the next few minutes on what it means to me to be a St. Bonaventure alum, and what this recent ride has meant, and what Mark Schmidt's tenure as head coach has meant. I know that a lot of times Bonaventure people from the outside, it might look like that we're kind of throwing things in people's faces and, hey, don't you understand us? Don't you, because we talk about it all the time. But I think that's actually a pretty common thing amongst most fan bases in all of college sports, and the passion that's there. But one of the reasons we do it a lot is because our basketball team, our men's basketball team, is literally the lifeblood of us, of the university, and all the rest. And yes, is the finance department important? The journalism department important? Campus activities, the music, the quick arts? Of course. All of it's important on campus. But the number one thing that most, if not all of us, rally around, it's the Bonnies on the hardwood. And yes, all the programs matter. Women's basketball, lacrosse, swimming, all of them. But men's basketball moves the needle. Men's basketball is the one with the history, with the 1970 Final Four banner, with the 77 NIT Champs banner, with a number one pick in the NBA draft in Bob Lanier. When you look at this Mark Schmidt golden era the last 13 years, it plays a part as far as why we're so crazy and so passionate, because there is a little bit of a disrespect. We are so tired of hearing about only in New York, nothing to do, terrible winners, small campus, the little engine that could, 1,800 undergraduates. You know what? We get sick and tired of it, and then we quickly flip the switch, and then we thrive on it because we're doing things as a university, we're doing things as a basketball program that no one is doing. So I guess by the same token of the fact that we get sick of hearing about it, maybe we get sick of hearing about it so that you keep telling us about it, so that we can keep proving people wrong and keep doing things that not a lot of other teams can do. Think about it. It's a non-Power 5 situation. The Atlantic 10 has been a tremendous basketball conference for years. When I was there, 98 to 2002, John Chaney, John Beilein, Thad Matta, Jim Barron, those type of coaches that were in the A10, Oliver Purnell, etc. The teams with St. Joe's and Phil Martelli, with Jameer Nelson and Marvin O'Connor, and Delonte West. You look at the David West and Romain Sato teams at Xavier, just terrific teams. Bonaventure almost beat Kentucky in 2000. But by being a non-Power 5, and by the way, no Division I football, money. You're outside the top 5. You're a private institution. This is not a state school. This isn't Penn State, LSU. This isn't, a monster Michigan State. The funding isn't like that. It's 1,800 undergrads-ish and a few hundred grad students. Smallest Division I basketball program in the country. And it's so difficult to even just do what St. Bonaventure has done right now, leading into tomorrow's game against LSU as I record this, just to get here, to win the regular season in the A10, to win the conference tournament, to get the automatic bid. They left no doubt by winning the conference tournament, which brings me to that feeling of proving people wrong and doing things. And because the school's always doubted. We're always doubted. It's a small program that a lot of people nationally, they kick them away like, whatever, St. Bonaventure, oh, they're back, they're going to lose first round. I know that there is a lot more respect now in terms of people because Mark Schmidt has gotten this team to a point where they're getting to the tournament more often, and so people can say, oh, them again, much like, what we used to say about Valparaiso, what we might say about other mid-major teams, which, by the way, I hate that. But this is the part we love. Now Bonaventure is in the tournament. It takes so much to get here. You go back 5 years ago with St. Bonaventure, a team that had a top 30 RPI. They shared the league title. Yeah, they had a couple of bad losses here and there, but they had amazing wins. They won at Dayton. They won tons of games in conference, out of conference. Good enough. It should have been well good enough to get into the tournament. They were left out. 2018, this team wins at Syracuse. They beat Maryland, and they had a great overall season. They still got put in the last four in Dayton. Yeah, they won against UCLA. It was a great historical moment for Bonaventure to win that game. First tournament win in decades, but the reality is they should have never been in the last four. They were way better of a team than to be put in Dayton that year as far as their resume, and that's what I'm talking about. It's so hard for Bonaventure to get that respect nationally, NCAA tournament committee, etc. And I'm not saying that the Bonnies are the only team. I mean, look at what the shaft was with Loyola Chicago this year in the tournament with seeding. We've seen other years where the committee on purpose puts mid-majors against each other so that they can one team loses and maybe a Power Five with more money, more draw, more fan base, more popularity, more of a brand, they get into the tournament a little bit deeper, right? So these things happen to a lot of schools, not just Bonaventure, but I'm just telling you what it's like from my perspective. This is also a special place across the board. We treat our team, we know who we are. We know Duke. We're not Duke, Syracuse, Kentucky, North Carolina, Michigan State. We know that. We know we're not Gonzaga. We know that. But we treat our team like all those other fan bases treat their teams. We treat our team like it's our Duke, it's our program, and we bind together. We get together. We stick together. We back each other. I mean, the alum page is so amazing to be a part of and to meet new people from across the country and to text people all the time about St. Bonaventure. I had a call this week with a really good friend of mine, Drowan Clay, used to call my radio show in Syracuse all the time, diehard Syracuse fan. We had a conversation this week about his kid thinking about going to St. Bonaventure, and we were able to talk hoops and Bonnies, and he has a little bit of a soft spot now for the school because he's gained a little bit more respect for St. Bonaventure. They won at Syracuse a few years ago. They've beaten Power 5 teams. They're showing up in the big dance regularly now under Mark Schmidt. And it's just a special deal, man. The alums, there's a lot. We're a tight-knit group, a lot of different departments, a lot of people, a lot of different majors doing great things. The media thing is obviously close to my heart. Adrian Wojnarowski and Chris LaPlaca of ESPN, Mike Vaccaro of the New York Post. You look at Ryan Talbot, Nicole Schumann, Bill Hoppy, Donna DeTota, Bontemps, a potpourri of media people succeeding and doing great work. I had a great conversation with Michelle Brown, who played at Bonaventure for a few years as well. She's going to be on the podcast tomorrow with Joe Lenardi, my special Saturday podcast to lead up to tip-off. But it's a special place. And finally, thank you, Mark Schmidt. Thank you for coming to St. Bonaventure, for listening to your buddy Skip Prosser, for him convincing you that you could do this. You probably knew you could already do it, but that was the push that sent you to Olean. You saved us. You saved our university. You saved the program. And now we fast forward a decade plus, and Bonaventure is back in the NCAA tournament. It is a special time to be a Bonnie. Period. End of discussion. Rosie's Corner, get on down here. Pizza, pasta, hot and cold subs, and more. Yes, indeed, the garlic parm wings are to die for. Try those as well. Fish Friday today with the mac and cheese, coleslaw fries, etc. Get on down here. Rosie's Corner, a proud ML Sports Platter sponsor. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.